Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tony Martinez. I'm with Transwest Truck Trailer and RV here in Fountain, Colorado. Fountain is about 5 miles south of Colorado Springs. We have everything that the bigger stores have and everything. And today I'm going to go over one of our remaining 2022 model year coaches. This is the Dutch Star 4081. I got the build sheet and we'll go over all the options together. Because I've seen on a lot of forums and everything, folks don't really know what the options are and what they look like. So we're going to go over everything together on this one. So we're going to start here. We'll just start with the exterior. I put the awnings out. This is an optional awning. They do have wind sensors on them. So if it does get windy and they start vibrating to a certain point, they'll retract and pull themselves in. These have the two-faced where they're kind of angled, which provides more shade. The one thing I do like about Newmar is they provide two awnings, where most of your other manufacturers are just going to have this single awning right here. Newmar does basically the whole side of the coach as an awning. They do have lights in them, so you have plenty of light when you're camping and everything else. So it provides a nice little camping experience. So we'll start over here to Dutch Star. All the way around, Alcoa alloy wheels with the 22.5-inch tires. This one has the Michelin's real high-end tire. You could see here you have the fuel fill. This one here has 105 gallons worth of fuel, or 100 gallons worth of fuel. You can fill it from either side, so if you're at a truck stop or anything, you don't have to worry which side you're pulling in. You can fill it in from either side. The same thing with the DEF. The DEF, you have 15 gallons of DEF fluid, so that's going to last you quite a lot of time, or able to drive quite a few miles. So either side, fuel and DEF, you can fill it up. So some of the things we're going to go over, if you look underneath the chrome paneling there, that is an option with Newmar. A lot of folks like that. It gives it a nice clean look, and it does protect the paint from any kind of rock chips or anything like that. This particular one does not have the freezer refrigerator. However, it is prepped for one. So our service department can install the slide tray and the refrigerator freezer in here because it's already prepped for one. This one right here also has the outside TV, everything with the sound bar. Have your controls here. Newmar uses high-end Samsung TVs, Bose sound bars, so it doesn't get any better than that. We'll go to the next compartment here. That slide tray is an option. It does go all the way through either side, so you can get to your contents without having to bend over inside of there. You could just pull it out and get to your items. Second bay also has a slide tray. Same thing, this one doesn't go all the way through because on the other side is your Oasis system. You will see there, you get under there, Julie, this one does have an optional central vac system, and then inside we'll go over where the electronic dustpan and everything's at. In here, this is all your hoses for the central vac system. That option. So we'll go, you look up there, you have a camera on the passenger side, driver side, front, rear option. That's the OmniVision 360 camera system. When we go inside, we'll go over the displays, and you'll be able to see where you can pick any camera angle, see any part of your coach up to and including where somebody looks like it's looking up above you. Go to this last tray here. Your tanks are back there, but this is just an area with a pegboard that you can hang some tools off of, or put some maintenance fluids or anything like that there. So you have that bay. This is what I like about Newmar. This is a 40-foot coach. Most manufacturers do not start their tag axle until the coach is over 40 feet long. This Newmar starts it at 40. What that tag wheel gives you about an extra 5,000 pounds of flat towing capacity. That tag is part of the passive steer, so as you're driving, that rear wheel will turn and everything to help shorten your turning radius. So that's what I really like about Newmar. It'll provide you a smoother ride and give you that extra towing capacity on a 40-foot coach. This here is your DEF tank. Once again, you have 15 gallons. You can fill it up from either side. This right here is just your chassis batteries. Your chassis disconnect is there. This particular coach, the Dutch Star, has the 8.9 liter Cummins turbo diesel, 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. It does have the side radiator. Everything is pretty easy to get to, but because with the side radiator you can actually access parts of the motor. It's not like some of the other manufacturers where the radiator's in the back and you can't get to anything. It is equipped with the tow hitch here. Once again, you can tow up to 15,000 pounds when you're flat towing. Just because of that tag axle, you go anything shorter than the 40, you just have the single rear axle and you're limited to 10,000 pounds. Here you see the other camera up there. This is your backup camera, and then you have your OmniVision 360, so that's part of that system where you can see all around your coach. As we walk around, here's your side radiator. It's a big oversized radiator. It keeps everything cool, keeps that 450 horsepower, keeps everything cool, so even if you're towing something up in the mountains, that's plenty of radiator to make everything stay cool for you. This here's the other side of the DEF tank. So once again, fuel both sides, DEF both sides. You can fill it here, 15 gallons. So right here is just a little storage compartment. So if you wanted to put your sewer hose in there or anything else, you could just put it in there. This right here is your wet bay. Your wet bay, as you notice, everything is laser etched, so there's not going to be any stickers or anything coming off to where you forget where something is. Has a full house water filter, a power reel for your water hose. This particular one does have the optional SantaCon system. So what that does is allow you a smaller hose. It also allows you, it does have a pump in it, so if you're camping at an area where the ground may not be level, or give you the ability to let gravity take its course, that'll actually pump your sewage up to something if your dump is higher than what your coach is. This right here is just your 50 amp power. Your power cord is on a power reel. This one does have the optional, if you look here, the transfer switch with surge protector. So everything is there. That too is an option. This right here is our Oasis system. This coach is all electric, so there's no propane on it or anything. This Oasis will provide heat for the coach and also provide you essentially unlimited water if you're plugged into a water source. The nice thing about this system is it runs on electric or diesel. And this system is powerful enough to run two systems at the same time. So it's not a priority system like some of the other manufacturers where if you're running the washer and then somebody takes a shower, it has to choose which one gets the hot water. This system allows more than one system to be run while it's providing hot water. Once again, your optional slide tray that does go all the way through. Hey, you can slide it from either side, so any of your belongings or anything, you don't have to get up underneath there. You could just pull it out and slide it. This right here is your battery tray. With this being an all-electric coach, standard batteries for a Dutch Star is 6. When you go all electric, they give you 2 extra ones. That too is on a slide tray, and it does have safety pins here, so you don't have to worry about it sliding out or anything like that. But it's also nice because when it is slid out, the batteries are pretty easy to change. Other side of your fuel system. Once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but fuel both sides, DEF both sides. Some manufacturers don't offer that. You have to be on one side or the other. So right here is some fuses, some of your electrical system, I tell all my folks, don't even mess with that stuff, because that's all stuff that a trained professional has to look at in order to know what's going on there. We go underneath here. Your generator is on a slide tray. With this being a 40-foot coach, it only has 2 air conditioners, so the generator is an 8,000 watt quiet diesel generator. Once you go up to the 43 or more, then you get the bigger generator, because you have 3 air conditioners. The 40-footers only have 2. So you can start this here, you can start it inside, you can use the auto gen start. Makes everything real nice. This one does have the optional, let me squeeze by you here. Does have the optional hot water line to the generator, so if you're washing your coach off or anything, you can actually get some hot water to the front of your coach to wash bugs off of the front or anything like that. Pretty nice option to have. As we walk around, we can go inside real quick and we can look at some other things inside of there, and we'll go over those options as well. I'll let you squeeze in first, because I'm going to come in behind you, and we'll put the slides out as well. So as you can see, we have all the slides closed, and I'm going to walk. You can pretty much walk normally back here to get all the way to the back. You can get to everything, your dinette, theater seating, your kitchen. You can open your refrigerator. You can get to your half bath. All fairly easy. You can get into the bed back here. The only thing you really lose when the slides are in is the ability to get to the back bathroom, and you lose the ability to walk around the bed, because when the slides are closed, this bed goes all the way against that slide. So everything is pretty accessible even when the slides are closed, and there's plenty of room in between here to go back and forth. Let me squeeze by you here. So up front, we'll go over some of the different options here. So this one does have the on-guard system. The on-guard system is a radar-based system. It does come with the adaptive cruise control, so basically it sends out a boo, boo, boo type of signal. You can't hear it or anything, but it'll keep you equal distance from the cars that are in front of you. That system cannot be disabled. So if you're driving in and you have your cruise control on and you're driving in a busy city, it may break unnecessarily, and so on and so forth. This right here is the 360 cameras that we were talking about. So not only do you have your backup camera like everybody else has, and your turn signal cameras like everybody else has, this one also has the 360. As you can see, I left a couple of cargo doors open, but this is not the actual coach on the top, but you can see that all the way around you. So if you're parking, you can see all around you, and then this button here just toggles to the different cameras that you have. You have your visors. So if you look over there, that's for the passenger side. Your courtesy lights are in the back. We can't use those. You can't see them here. You have your regular horn and your air horn. So either one you can use that. Your entry lock, you can lock the doors and the cargo doors from right here. Your generator start, your fan in the front and the back. This is your fan speed, low, medium, and high. Your docking lights, which are on the side. Those will light up the side of your coach, so if you're camping and it's kind of dark outside, you can turn those on and kind of see what's on the side of your coach. These are all the shades here. All power. And then you have basically the day shade. First one we put down was the night shade. And then you have this one that's on the side over here. Okay, and so once we go here, you want to make sure that everything is comfortable, because you're going to be spending a lot of time behind the wheel. So you want to make sure that when you're with a salesman and you're looking at a coach and everything, try everything out. I have a lot of folks that come in and they're too embarrassed or afraid to try everything. Sit in the driver's seat, adjust the wheel where your normal driving position is, adjust the seat where you want it, whether you drive two hands or you just drive one hand. Make sure that everything is comfortable for you. The Dutch Star does have, I don't know if you can see this, but it has not only a power seat, but you have power adjustable pedals too. So some of the shorter drivers out there, you know, you can put these pedals up and then it'll allow you to drive without being right on top of the steering wheel. Makes it a lot safer for a lot of folks. You go here, you have all your menus here. Get it, take a second here. So on this side you have your cruise control. This side you have some of the menus you have here. This particular coach is on the Freightliner chassis. So you could just go home, and then you can go to several different features here. The one that you're probably going to use the most, you go to vehicle configuration, then you go to steering effort. That's the comfort drive. So this works in conjunction with the passive steer that we just talked about in the back. The back wheels will turn as you turn the wheel here. The comfort drive is basically a super awesome kind of power steering that will allow you to basically drive with one hand. It's fully adjustable. So if there's a big crown in the road or there's a lot of wind, in most coaches you'll be doing a lot of this, the system picks that input in and then it continues to where you could just drive like this. So I've had a lot of folks trade in same model year, other manufacturers, just for this feature here, the comfort drive and the passive steer. If you're considering a Newmar, and I hope you are, just make sure that you test drive it, because once you test drive one of these things, you will be sold. I promise you. I promise you. Here you have, as of 2020, they did change, Freightliner changed the way that you shift. Instead of the push button, everything is on your stock now. To put it in drive, you flip it up. The neutral position is in the middle, reverse is in the back. Your exhaust brake is here. So instead of finding a button over here on the side here, your exhaust brake is pretty easy to get to, and it's a 3-position brake. So you can see the low, you can see the medium, and the high. So it's easy to get to. You don't have to memorize a button over here or search for a button here. You could just pull that lever back. That part I really like. Your windshield wipers are on this side. This is your headlights. This is your wireless charging port. You just lay your phone on there and that will charge your phone. As we go over here, you have your traction control. You have your power window. So if you're just driving and you just need a little extra air, or you go through a toll or anything like that, you have a window here. This is your tag dump here. Your power windows. This is your power mirrors. The power mirror up here, if you can see it, only adjusts the top mirror. The bottom mirror, you have to manually adjust. The little red button on the side is to heat. So if you're driving in some colder weather and it starts to frost up or anything else, you could just turn the mirror heat on and it'll defrost that mirror for you. And here's your auto leveling system. Once you get to a spot, all you have to do is hit auto level and this thing will level itself all on its own. But it does give you the option to where if you want to move something higher or lower, you can do it manually as well, but a lot of folks just use the auto level feature. So make sure the driver's seat's comfortable. Make sure the passenger seat's comfortable. And then as we go, let me open the slides so we can move around a little bit better here. If you want to, Jody, if you want to show the track here, this is Newmar does this with this big full wall slide. They have a cog wheel. That cog wheel is a super reliable system, and very rarely are you going to have any kind of issues with that. The only time we really run into any slide issues is if somebody opens one and they run it into something. Other than that, that's probably one of the most common questions we get asked is how reliable is the slides, because it's such a big one. It's a hydraulic system. It's very, very reliable, and once again, we never have any issues with it unless you run it into something. When Newmar does this with what they call more floor, so this slide goes out and down, which provides you a completely flat floor, so you don't have to worry about the little hump like you do with other manufacturers where the slide is at. So this one does have opposing slides here in the living room, so this does open up everything quite a bit, as you can see. And then once we get this, we'll go over some of the different options this one has as well. So as you can see, this one's all opened up now. I'll open up the bedroom slide once we get to the bedroom and everything. But as you can see, I programmed the TVs so you can actually watch different shows at the same time. This TV here, and then there's a bedroom TV in the bedroom. This particular one is on the televator. A lot of folks like the televator because it provides a real good viewing position here. And then when you're not using it, it goes down and you can enjoy the view of that window there. So the button is just right here. It's just a power button. You just got to hit it once and it'll start to go down. As we're talking about options, this here is an option. This is theater seating. So you have two chairs here with power recliners. Has a big storage cubby here. Once again, when you're using this thing, make sure that you try everything out. Make sure everything is comfortable for you. So don't be afraid to try everything out. Make sure it's all comfortable, everything. And these chairs are extra wide, so you'll have plenty of room on them too, so it's not a real tight fit or anything. They're super comfortable. This too here is an option. This is the trifold sofa. This will turn into a bed, real comfortable bed. That too is an option. As we walk around the coach, this right here is the Euro dinette. This too is an option. You do have two additional folding chairs underneath the bed here. The way they do this is make it like a little L shape, and it's just basically so you can sit sideways, be comfortable, so you can watch the TV here or there, or keep an eye on anything that's cooking. So that too is an option. As we go into the kitchen, you have a pull-out counter here, which provides some additional counter space. This particular model does have the appliance garage. A lot of folks love that. You know, you can put your coffee maker in there or your toaster or anything. There is an outlet in there that will allow you to be plugged in all the time. This here is your induction cooktop, with this being an all-electric coach. Induction cooktop, you do need special pans. They need to be magnetic in order for it to work, but it'll boil water real quickly. Once you pull it off, the top is just warm. It's not going to burn you or anything. The nice thing about it too is it's removable. So if you're cooking anything or you want to cook outside or anything like that, you just unplug it. You can plug it in outside, put it on a table, and you can start cooking outside. That makes things real nice. Here you have the double sink, the under counter sink. One side's deeper than the other. And as we go, we'll just go back the other way around so you have plenty of storage. In the kitchen, little mini kind of pantry there for, you know, seasonings or anything like that. You do have your pull-out drawer here for some of the bigger things, because this counter or this cabinet is pretty deep, so the slide tray will help you to access things that are in the back. You have big storage here. And then you have all the remotes for your TVs, your window shades, which is an option. You have your Bose, your sound bar up there. We were playing with it earlier. I mean, it sounds awesome when you turn that on with the surround sound and everything. And then this right here is your remote for your awnings in the back, so you can actually open and close your awnings outside. A couple more little storage areas. They're all pretty deep, so you can fit a whole lot of stuff in these. Then more storage up here. You have your microwave convection oven as well. You have additional storage up here. Your Bose sound bar. This is the shelf for all your inputs for all your audio video equipment or gaming systems or anything like that. You just put everything in here. It does provide you a glass face, so some of the signals can go right through that, so you can keep it closed and still take advantage of your remotes and everything. A little more storage there. Any little place that you can think of, Newmar uses it for storage. Same thing over here. You have another little storage area there. So this all right here, once again, option, theater seating, Eurodynette option. This is an option. This is a 22, so I'm telling you guys, this is, if you're looking at a Dutch Star and you want a smoking deal, come look at some of our remaining 22s. Some of them we got late just because of COVID and everything else, but the 23s are out, so management really wants to move the 22, so we're real motivated to get rid of them, and we have some really nice models. So give us a call, give me a call, and we can go over the different things. Let's continue on. Like I said, outside, I'd show you the central vac system. That's the electronic dustpan. This one right here, that compartment is where you would hook up your hose. So everything there. You have a full residential refrigerator. Thing I like about the residential refrigerators, they just hold so much more than the RV refrigerators. And they cool everything so much better and more efficient. Here's your freezer. You do have an ice maker. And even for a 40-foot coach, you have quite a bit of storage for as a pantry. So any of your food, any of your spices, any of your supplies, anything like that, you have plenty of room. So we go midship here. This is your mid bath. You can see that there. That solid surface sink there, that bowl sink, that too gives it a real nice touch for everything. And once again, make sure when you're in here, especially if you're a taller person, make sure once again everything's comfortable, and make sure you shut the door, because if you shut the door and you have longer knees and they hit the door, that's not going to be a very comfortable experience for you. So this too is another thing that I highly recommend that you try out. As we move to the bedroom, you can see king bed, plenty of room. Put the slide out here. You do have windows on the side of the slide that will create a nice little cross breeze as you're camping. You have the little nightstands on both sides of the bed. There is a little storage compartment down there, and then the little space that you see there allows you to run your power cords and everything through that, because there is an outlet with some USB ports back there. And then when you're laying in bed also, you do have some controls underneath the cabinet there, so you don't have to get out of bed to do certain things. You can just go up underneath there and push buttons around. You do have some storage underneath. There's your 2 folding chairs that we talked about earlier with the dinette. And you do have 2 extra leaves to extend that table in the kitchen out. And if you're not using that, then you just have extra storage. Another thing you want to do, make sure you lay on the bed. I have my shoes on, so I'm not going to lay on it, but make sure that you lay on the bed, make sure that everything's comfortable and you can move around freely and everything else. This is an all-electric coach once again, so you do have heated tile floors. So everything in here, including the bathroom, is heated. So you get out of bed and you're barefooted or whatever, this tile stays nice and warm for you and you have no issues at all. You have some privacy in your bedroom doors. You have the frosted glass, so it'll close entirely to create some privacy for you in the bedroom. We come over here. You have 2 wardrobe closets. There's one on the right side, one on the left side. And then you have your audio video equipment station down there where all your plug-ins and everything for a DVD player, game system, anything that you want to put in there. And then underneath these, this is just all storage. All the drawers are soft close. And then if we look down here on the bottom, here's some of your heat exchangers for the Oasis system that we talked about down below that runs on gas or electric. Basically, there's just a manifold down there with what I would call like a computer fan that'll just continually blow hot air based on the temperature that you set for the coach. System works super efficient, keeps with the heated tile floors, the Oasis, and the heat pumps in the air conditioner, you will have no problem staying warm even in the coldest of temperatures. So as we go over here, we'll go into the bathroom. As you go into the bathroom here, you have your washer and dryer. That too is an option. 2 separate systems. They're not stacked on top of each other, so when they run real quiet. Thing I like about the 40-footer too, you have a nice sized shower. You don't have one of those radius showers. This, for a 40-foot coach, this actually has a large shower for what it is. And then this also has the aquamizer system. So that little button up above here, let me open up here. Up here will tell you when hot water is available. So you just turn the system on right behind us. There's a recirculating pump in there, and it will allow you to know when hot water is available instead of like at your house where you have to run the water for, a couple minutes to have hot water. This system will allow you to only turn it on when you have hot water. You go over here too. What I really like about Newmar, they did the emergency egress door, so they still have their safety window, but this system here, it's a security door, so you can't open it from the outside, but you just open that door. On that bottom panel there is a ladder, so God forbid if something happens in the front and you need to get out of the back, just open that door and you can climb out. You don't even have to jump. We go here once again. Make sure everything is comfortable where you're going to spend the most time at and everything. Just make sure you have plenty of leg room. Know where all the shades, the flushing, and everything else is going. You have your sink here. A single bowl sink. Big medicine cabinet. The nice thing about it, it's pretty deep too. So you can fit a lot of your items in there and not have to worry about where you're going to squeeze stuff, because there's a lot of other manufacturers out there that the medicine cabinet's real shallow and you can't fit a whole lot of stuff in it. Then you have your hanging closet here. And if you look inside of there, you have the optional safe in there as well. And plenty of storage all around. You have the heat vents for the Oasis system. So for a 40-foot coach, this one has a really big bathroom, and I really like everything because it's plenty of room to turn around, ladies, shave your legs, whatever you want to do. Plenty of room for it. You don't have to worry about getting scrunched in there. And we'll go back up here, and we went over everything together today, all the options. Once again, this is a 2022 Newmar Dutch Star 4081. This particular one has quite a bit of options in it. We went over all the options together. Some of the ones that you couldn't see. This has the satellite up there for Dish Network. It's the open face model, so long as you're not parked in front of a building or there's a bunch of branches or lately a balloon in the air that's going to obstruct your signal. Pretty reliable system. Dish is an awesome network company, and they have RV plans to where you could just pay for it as you're using it. You don't have to pay for it even when you don't. So take a look at all the inventory that we have, because we do have a few other 2022 models. If you want to do business in Fountain, and we would love if you did, we have access to all of that. So give me a call. I can get it down here. We can take a look at it, go over all the numbers together and everything. If you camp with, you buy from me, I can get you a night at Garden of the Gods. So you get to stay one night after the delivery here. You stay at Garden of the Gods. Get to try out your coach. I've worked it out with the service department. If there's any kind of issues or anything, bring it back and we can get things looked at. So it's not just a toss you the keys, see you later type of thing. So please stop on by. My name is Tony Martinez. My number on the bottom here, 719-423-9813. You can call me, you can text me. If you want to email me, it's just tony.martinez@transwest.com. And hopefully we're going to see you soon. So thanks for joining me today, and have a great day. Talk to you soon.